So the iPad 2 just came out, and people waited in line for days just to purchase it. And one college student in Manhattan, her name is Amanda Foote, got a first place in line to buy the iPad 2 in Manhattan. So she decided that a good way to make money would be to sell her first place in line. And she did so for $900, okay, which I think is the craziest thing I've heard all day. So, and it's only 6:30, so it doesn't mean anything. But anyway, we have a video of Amanda Foote. Let's watch.
So, what time did you get here today?
I got here Wednesday at 5 o'clock p.m.
Why?
Well, the hype is the iPad 2, but I was thinking of selling my spot.
That's smart. Where'd you get that idea?
I actually was inspired by seeing an article, I think, for the iPhone 4 last year, last summer, and I thought, why not do it? I moved here 9 months ago. I'm a college student, and it's kind of an easy way to make money, and it's kind of fun. It's an adventure.
Why is it an adventure?
Well, last night it was raining and pouring, and people, you're sitting on the street, you're kind of bummed. But you just kind of learn, like you sit here and admire the beauty for 2 days straight, and people come back to you like, hey, why are you waiting for the iPad too? And I have to tell them every single time. And it's just everything about it sitting on the sidewalk is kind of an adventure.
Did you sleep?
The first night I slept 10 minutes, and the second night I slept maybe 3 hours.
And what was the most interesting thing that happened to you while you were sitting on the street?
I had a box of donuts, and some random guy just stuck his hand in there and just shoved it in his face.
Oh my God.
And he's like, and I'm like, what are you looking at? He's like, nothing, I'm just looking.
Yeah, that sounds disastrous. Not in a million years would I do that for $900. Never. The rain? Random man eating my donuts? That's like the worst thing in the world. I wouldn't do that for $900, really. But she's a college student. I can understand it. Money is hard to come by when you're a college student. But still, it's so cold in New York, and it's raining, and you get wet. And you don't get any sleep. Ugh.
Everyone in this story is full of fail.
Yeah,
She's full of like 10 minutes of sleep and on the cold sidewalk pavement, and then the next day 3 hours. I'm in New York. It was cold, man, and that rain out in that cold that whole night for $900 for 2 days worth. It ain't worth it, man. And she's lucky they only stole her donuts because she can't leave. That's why she's a sitting target. And it's New York, and New York's a tough city. She's lucky all they did was steal her donuts. And
yeah.
The guy who paid the $900, the iPad 2 costs $500. He's paying almost twice as much to be able to get it first. Who cares, dude? Wait a day and a half, then get it. Look, I know people are obsessed and bless their hearts, etc., etc., but that can't be worth it, man. That's just, to me, that's the craziest thing I ever heard. You know how cheap I am. To pay $900 on top of the $500 I wouldn't pay in the first place. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And the reason why she's very much full of fail is because she's planning on using the money to buy Lady Gaga tickets. So like if she were like a struggling college student and she needs money to pay for her tuition or for her dorm or something that makes a little sense, then I'd kind of give her a pat on the back and say, look, don't do it again, but I could understand why you did it. But she's doing it for Lady Gaga tickets? Really? Oh, I can't think of anything that I'm less interested in doing. It just sounds like a disaster.
And no offense to Lady Gaga, but if you told me to sleep out on that pavement for 10 seconds, let alone the whole night, I wouldn't do it for Lady Gaga tickets. Dude, go on YouTube, check out her videos, and you're done. Here, I just saved you 2 of the most miserable days of your life.